What's going on, YouTube? It's my first time ever making a video. I've watched plenty on YouTube. I'm kind of a YouTube junkie. When it comes to guns and gear, I always kind of get on and watch all your guys' videos and reviews before I buy anything, which is extremely helpful. So yeah, last year I was looking to get a new 1911, and I always wanted a Wilson, and wanted to order it my way and wanted it completely custom. So of course I jumped on YouTube and started looking, and I really couldn't find any videos of anybody who had actually ordered one from Wilson. All the videos that were on there were kind of guys that had picked it up from the secondary market, which is a great way to do it, but nobody was speaking of the experience of actually ordering from Wilson. So got my pistol about I don't know, about a month ago, and I figured I'd make a video on my experience with Wilson and some of my thoughts. So first off, I guess what everybody wants to know is how long did it take? So the answer to that is not very long. I ordered it on September 2nd, 2014. I had gotten on Wilson's website a few weeks prior to that and messed around with the gun builder. Finally ordered it on September 2nd, and I received it on January 15th, 2015. So it took about 5 months. They had quoted me 18 months, but it took a lot less. So I guess the second question that everybody wants to know is how much did it cost? And the answer to that is a lot, a little over $4,000. So I don't know if it was worth it. To me it was. I wanted a custom gun, wanted kind of everything I like, or as close to a custom gun as Wilson is, and wanted it my way and wanted something one of a kind. So here it is. As you can see, we're empty there. I'll kind of just go over some of the features I chose, and if I can get this to focus here. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Just trying to mess with the camera here to get some good focused pictures. So I'll kind of run through some of the upgrades that I selected on this gun here. So the first thing I did was I wanted a rail, obviously, and I went with a lightweight frame. I believe it's 36.6 ounces empty is what this full-size 5-inch government model comes in at. So I went with the lightweight frame upgrade, the light frame upgrade. I did the gray Armor Tough, gray on gray, and then I also did nitrate blue screws, and you really can't see them, but the screws here on the mag release as well. And let's see, what else did I do here? We did the serrated rear sight. Technical difficulties. There we go. So serrated rear sight. I also had them checker the back of the slide. I had them checker underneath the trigger guard and on the front of the trigger guard as well. Had them put a 2-pound, very light trigger in it, green fiber optic sight, blacked out rear. That's kind of what I'm going to on all of my guns. I have it on my carry gun here, one of my carry guns, my Glock 19 here. And then also one of the guns I'm shooting in competition this year. This is a 4.5-inch Springfield, but going to fiber optic fronts with blacked out rears on all of those. I was doing a night shoot the other day, which was kind of fun. I had them do the sterling silver grip medallions, had them do the Starburst G10 grips. I had them do a one-piece magwell that's actually rounded. It's as close as they can get to the bobtail without infringing on any patents there. 30 lines per square inch checkering. I had them do the Ryan Wilson carry cut, get you a nice high grip, which is kind of cool. Had them do the recessed slide lock on this side here, ambidextrous safety. I had them do the Wilson logo in the back, and I had them kind of do everything else, the CQB subdued, and then also the Wilson combat. And then I had them do front cocking serrations as well. Last thing I believe is I had them recess the front barrel here, the crown, and I had them also flute the barrel. I did not go with the flat spring, mainspring. I didn't want it. So, review-wise, how does it shoot? Well, it shoots really nice. It shoots like a 1911. I mean, 1911's kind of, you know, obviously they've been around a long time. If you haven't shot one, you definitely should. I don't really have a favorite type of gun per se. I kind of like a lot of different guns. I tend to shoot in competition exclusively striker fired or 1911 styles. And for my everyday carry and home defense, I only go with striker fired. I just like the consistent trigger pull. But I also obviously like the consistent trigger pull on a 1911 as well. All the other stuff that came with it, the bag, you guys are sure familiar with it. It's actually really nice, and you know, all your other goodies that kind of come in it. I'm not really going to get into that. Came with 2 mags, and this is the ETM magazines, I believe, enhanced tactical mags. So these work really well. I also got a couple of extras in black, and these are actually going back to Wilson. These are the Plus P Super Duty or whatever it is mags, and I don't know if it's this black finish or what, but I can't even get around to chamber when I have the slide locked back. If I were to put the magazine in and release the slide, the round won't even chamber. It just kind of gets stuck there on the feed ramp. So I don't know if it's something to do with this black coating that they put on them, but that's definitely going back. So how did it perform? Well, it performed well. I believe that all guns basically perform well, and if they don't, there's probably something wrong with it, and you need to kind of do some research and figure out what's going on with your weapon. I put about 1,000 rounds through it. I put 1,000 rounds through it the first day. I took it out to my outdoor range and kind of set up some IDPA / USPSA type courses, and ran it through its paces. I did have one failure to feed. It was with a Sig Sauer 1911 magazine, 8-round. Could have been magazine related, maybe. I don't know. Could have just been that the gun was extremely dry. I didn't really oil it or anything. So I did have one failure to feed in 1,000 rounds, and I put about another 250 rounds through it last week, and I'm going to be shooting it in competition tomorrow. I got IDPA competition tomorrow, so I think I'm going to shoot CDP and ESP tomorrow. So hopefully this will run pretty well. But yeah, I like it. It's a shooter for sure. I'm definitely a shooter. I'm not just a gun owner. I believe there's a difference. I shoot, like I said, I shoot competitive, and I shoot at least 1,000 to 1,500 rounds per month of handgun, and probably about another 1,000 rounds of rifle per month as well. So I'm definitely a shooter. I run these through their paces. I'm going to treat this gun just like it was a $500 Glock. I don't really care that you can already see I'm starting to get some wear on the Armor Tough finish. It goes in a Blade Tech injection molded holster or a Kydex pancake style holster. Again, I don't believe in babying my guns. I'm not gonna buy a leather holster. It's just not me. So hopefully I'll get some wear and some dings on it. I got some on the magwell there already, and a little bit more right there. Everybody will know that it's a shooter. But the process with Wilson was awesome. It really was. So you start off on their gun builder website, and you kind of pick the base model that you want, and you start picking all of your upgrades, and then you kind of get assigned a customer service rep. And if you have any questions, you'll talk to them over the phone, which I did, and your order will be placed. And when they're ready to actually start building the gun, they'll actually call you and they verify all the modifications and all the different choices that you chose, just to make sure you're getting exactly what you want. I actually already ordered another single stack 1911 from Wilson in 9mm, and things that I learned is I definitely want an extended mag release, and I want an extended slide stop here. So those are two of the things I'm going to go with. They do offer some kind of cool things for their front sights. They offer like gold and I think silver or something, and I was almost going to do that just to be different, but again, I just kind of wanted to stay consistent with what I do with some of my other guns. So decided against that. But hope you guys like the review, or I guess information. I'm going to try and do more videos, but I don't know, I'm kind of busy. Usually can't get around to it. But there it is, man. Wilson Combat, CQB. Really can't complain. I think it's a great gun. It's definitely one of a kind. Nobody else has one like it, which is kind of cool. This gun is mine. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Something like that, right? So yeah, I don't know. I'm going to get a new camera because this thing fucking sucks, man. Can't get this to focus. Give you one more look at it. The action is very smooth. Trigger's very nice. Like I said, I went with a, I mean, there's just your typical 1911, a little bit of a take up. You can choose the length of the trigger as well. I went with the long one. And it breaks very nice. And the reset, typical 1911. I mean, I think even a bad 1911, still a good trigger, you know. It is a Series 70, which I believe all Wilson Combats are. I know that's a big deal to a lot of people, but yeah. Well, there you go. Hope you liked it. I don't know if I'll ever actually start a channel. I guess I have to in order to post this video, but if I get some time, I'll do some others. Got a couple of cool short barrel rifles and suppressors, and kind of went through that whole process as well. That's something to talk about. But everybody talks about the smooth action, like 2 sticks of butter or like glass. I don't even know what that means. People say that. It's like 2 sticks of butter. Has anybody ever rubbed 2 sticks of butter together? Or 2 pieces of glass? I don't know, I've never done that. What does this feel like? I don't know, it feels like a really smooth 1911. Just for comparison, does it feel smoother than this? I don't know. That's pretty smooth. Sounds cooler, I know that. What about the old Glock 19 here? Oh man, that's just as gritty as can be. So it's definitely smoother than that. I don't know if it's smoother than that. Yeah, but it does sound cool. All right, guys, there you go. Hope you liked it. We'll see ya.